Hi, welcome to Python Network Programming, Accomplished Network Engineering Tasks with Python by Pack Publishing. My name is Eric Cho, and I'm very excited that you could join me for this course. I have been working in the network engineering field for the last 17 years or so, ranging from support, production, research, and development. And boy, let me say, it is such an exciting time to be a network engineer. We're going through this transition of migrating from hardware to software focus in the networking industry, and it offers so much opportunity for network engineers who are willing to invest some time to learn about software development. In my opinion, Python is the best language to learn for network engineers because it scales very well from beginners to large-scale software development, and is very versatile. Not to mention, it's relatively easy to learn. As you could tell, I'm a huge fan of Python. Starting to learn about Python and use it in my daily job about 6 years ago. A big part of it was just to solve my own network engineer related problems. I was lucky enough to be working for public cloud providers for the last several years. And in those environments, it's almost necessary to use some kind of programming tools to solve the problems brought on by these rapid data center expansions and the stress of the business growth that put on the infrastructure. I am also the author of Mastering Python Networking that was published in June of 2017. If you have a few minutes, check out the book, and I would certainly appreciate any feedbacks that you may have. So let's take a look at what we'll learn in the course. And we're here in the introductory section. Basically, we're trying to set the right expectation and let you know what the course will cover. In section 2, we'll talk about using Python for your network automation needs. I would say that network automation is one of the subjects that received the most attention in the last few years, and rightfully so. As mentioned, the growth of data center networks, enterprise networks, SD-WAN has created all these stress for the network. If you think about your infrastructure, your network is almost at priority 0. Your network is needed even for the first service to go up and running. And the growth of these different networks and business requirements just put that much more stress on your network to be up and running fast. So I would argue that the goal of automation is to move yourself away from being a network administrator and become a network engineer, where you could focus on the engineering tasks to make the network better at hand, instead of all these mundane tasks of repeatable, boring things that you do as administrator. In section 3, we'll talk about using Python for network monitoring. Your network is a fluent, non-static thing just by definition, right? Your packet is always moving within your network. Therefore, you have to have a data-driven approach to be able to take a snapshot of your network and know exactly what your network is doing. In the following section, we'll look at some of the testing techniques using Python. As some people would have said, it is broken if it's not tested. Sometimes we're just so behind on the network automation and monitoring that we overlook testing sometimes, and it shouldn't be the case because testing is just as important as automation and monitoring. I would like to go over some of the approach this course would take. This course would be hands-on and project-based. I believe being hands-on reinforces the ideas that we're discussing at hand much better than just the static content reading off the screen, as you would probably agree. And being project-based will allow us to go deeper into the concepts at hand and allow us to tie different components together in a coherent fashion. This will let us become better Python developers by looking at the task at hand from a holistic view instead of just writing a bunch of quick scripts and tie them all together. I believe this is one of the obstacles for network engineers trying to learn to code, is that we're often busy solving a particular task instead of thinking about writing more readable code, understanding the language specifics, and just essentially run a more efficient program. And I hope this course will solve some of that, mitigate some of that by introducing more Python programming ideas.